All right, we are here with consultant Burney. Brett, how are you doing today?
Very good, very good. Always happy at TechShow.
Yeah, yes indeed, yes indeed. Is this your first time? How often do you come to this?
This is probably number 8 for me, actually. I've been coming to TechShow. It's just one of the greatest places to come and meet all of the fellow legal technologists, and even better is to kind of interact with attorneys from law firms, a lot of IT from the law firms, and I see more and more even on the corporate side, either in-house lawyers come in or from IT that are interested in learning more about electronic discovery at a corporation.
Now you specialize in electronic discovery. Tell me, with all these new media tools, all this social media as it could be called,
yeah.
Are you seeing this change the face of electronic discovery?
You know, if nothing else, the biggest complaint that I hear from a lot of people, either solo practitioners or folks that are interested in electronic discovery, is trying to keep up with the latest case law, trying to keep up with the latest news that's happening in e-discovery, because it's changing constantly. And new technologies come on board, which also affects what we do on collection aspects of electronic discovery. And so really what I use, sort of the social networking tools, especially things like Twitter, for example, also blogs are always the best place to go and find the latest news that are going on. There's a lot of e-discovery vendors like Xtero and Cazion and even Fios. They all have Twitter accounts. And so if something hits or something happens, it's like a new case, for example, they'll post a tweet about it. And that's really nifty, because otherwise I would go visit their blogs maybe, or when I get around to maybe checking my email, I would be able to find that there's a new story. But that's really neat. And then along with LinkedIn is another kind of an area. They have groups like e-discovery groups, and so there's a lot of people that are posting to those groups from LinkedIn or even some of the Facebook groups. So it's just a way to, for me at least, it's another avenue to really kind of keep on top of this this fire hose of information that keeps coming at us, especially in the e-discovery realm.
Now, on blogs, I know there's a lot of e-discovery blogs out there. There's like you say, groups at LinkedIn where people have discussions.
Right.
This has to be furthering and enhancing electronic discovery as an industry. Is it not?
Absolutely. And on top of that, especially like with a group like LinkedIn, somebody may pose a question, for example, and they have access to, I guess, tens of hundreds of people that could actually pose an answer to that question. Similar to almost like there's still email listservs, right? Yeah. I mean, there's a Yahoo Lit support group, for example. There's some groups on Google Groups, for example, that you can get the email. But I almost see groups like LinkedIn and maybe Facebook kind of overtaking that a little bit. It seems to me that the groups on LinkedIn are a little bit more on top of it. I don't know if maybe because LinkedIn is kind of a newer thing to do, or Facebook is a little bit newer, but I'm almost relying on those a little bit more than I used to rely on those old email listserv groups all the time.
Now, your blog, you seem to keep it pretty active from what I recall. I checked it even earlier today, and I saw that you had some posts from here. Yeah, what is it how do you keep going with it? How do you keep up momentum?
Well, yeah, actually, one of the things, I don't do the best job of keeping up with it, only because, again, it's either day-to-day activities and a job that you have to keep up with. But I see it as a way to funnel information that I get. It's almost like a funnel for a lot of clients that I work with, that they know and they trust me. In other words, if I post something, that means it's important enough for them to read it, kind of a thing. I also have really enjoyed posting about e-discovery conferences that I go to, not just like TechShow, although I've already posted a post already for that and have a few more in the pipe coming down. But smaller, like localized, local bar association groups that we get together and talk about electronic discovery, I find that is important. It's still good information there that's not really shared outside with a lot of the outside folks, and I use my blog as a way just to kind of funnel some of that information. I don't compete with the ediscoverylaw.com or the Ralph Losi's or even Craig Ball's. I mean, there's so much great information out there, and I don't want to compete, but I use it sort of as a funnel for the people that know me and that trust me on what I write about.
Great. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Sure,
Brett Burney of Burney Consulting. Much appreciated.